Hello, and welcome to my Create to Learn at Home series, all about how I created what is now the Rudegang Entertainment portable recording booth. In this series, I will be sharing the story of how I came to create this recording booth, plus some tips and tricks I learned along the way. As a beginner and non-engineer, it can be difficult to know where to start or what we really need in order to record our music. I hope these stories and tips can be useful to artists who would like to start building their own DIY booth. My name is Patrick Kelly, co-founder of Rudegang Entertainment, coming to you straight from Rudegang Studios in so-called British Columbia. I am a local hip-hop artist here in Vancouver and perform under the name Hope, and I'm also part of the Indigenous rap duo Status Krew along with my rhyme partner Doobie. Since I began making hip-hop in 2010, I've had the opportunity to record music in a variety of booths from high-end to homie's closet. When I started thinking about how much money I would need to invest in the long term to record my music, I realized that it was in my best interest to make a long-term investment so that I could have more freedom in the recording process. While this decision came with a number of obstacles and learning curves, it was ultimately the best choice for someone in my circumstances. I decided to meet every obstacle and learning curve with an action to help me to continue progressing to a point where my recordings didn't have to sound like home studio recordings anymore. There are a number of types of home studios and portable style vocal booths. There's the classic closet setup, which in a technical sense can have more cons than pros when it comes to sound quality. There are the mattress booths, which sound great in theory, but considering these require 2 to 4 mattresses, this type of booth can be extra cumbersome and actually quite costly or potentially just gross AF depending on the mattresses themselves. Then we have the most popular of the bunch, the reflection filter, which works great and is usually set at a great price too, but when you are looking for all-around soundproofing, we can see that it clearly isn't the dude for the job. When building a home booth that is also portable, you want to build something with a few key characteristics: genuinely effective soundproofing, components that can be set up and taken down with relative ease, items that can become compact when they are packed up, a booth that doesn't take up too much room. That's why the booth I find is most effective to achieve these goals is a blanket style recording booth. Typically, a blanket style recording booth is put together with a series of PVC piping and sound blankets surrounding the microphone setup. This allows the user to dismantle and pack the studio and also transport the booth with relative ease. The Rudegang Entertainment booth is built in a similar way to traditional blanket booths with some exceptions or expansions. We took some liberties to customize this format to our studio space. We have 2 sound blankets with grommets hanging across our gigantic window, 1 sound panel on our wall, 2 hanging panels made of a dissected rug with soundproofing foam sewn on, a toy net hanging above the booth filled with extra foam, soundproof foam lining the corner, another rug on the floor, a divider panel behind our microphone, and 4 blackout curtains closing off the space. With this setup, we are able to achieve the type of silence we would pay hundreds of dollars for in a high-end studio. But I didn't get my booth this way overnight. It took years of trial and error, buying the wrong gear, ineffective setups, crashed recording sessions, research, and most importantly, info interviews with real engineers before I got my studio where it is today. I recognize that my studio still has many imperfections and is nowhere near the quality of what a high-end studio can offer you. But for those of us who aren't able to afford access to those spaces, and especially for those of us who are at home quarantined right now, perhaps this is the video for you. Once again, my name is Patrick Kelly, aka Hope from Status Krew and Rudegang Entertainment, and I'll see you in our next video.